Reaction. This is a word that's been popping up a lot on YouTube lately thanks to a certain channel called The Fine Bros. As y'all probably know by now, they made a very bad decision a few weeks ago to basically try and trademark the idea of reaction, and if you followed any of it, they were mocked, bashed, and scrutinized for trying to do this. Just about every YouTuber jumped at the chance to make a video and make fun of them. This isn't one of them. As far as I'm concerned, they fucked up royally, and they're now paying the price for their ignorance, arrogance, whatever you want to call it. And I feel no reason to rub salt in the wound at this point. But the reason why I bring this up is because there is something a hell of a lot worse on YouTube than them. But it still deals with the theme of reactions, and that is reaction channels and the videos they make for it. Now, I'm not talking about what the Fine Bros do with their React series. I'm not a big fan of them, but I'll admit it's original content that does follow the rules and copyright laws. Nor am I referring to people who make React videos to movie trailers, or game trailers, or even commercials like a Nintendo Direct. Some may say what I'm about to talk about is the same thing as reacting to a movie trailer, and maybe on a technical level it is. But those are just advertisements that help spread the word about a product, and these big companies aren't going to give a shit about people reacting to a trailer because they're doing exactly what the company wants. You know, make people aware of the product? They aren't losing much or anything at all from it. The whole point of advertising is to pay to get your product recognized. But it's a much different situation when they target original content on YouTube. Of course, for any reason why you like or dislike something, it's gotta start somewhere, and for me, this resentment towards these channels started when one day YouTube recommended a reaction channel to me. I had no idea what type of channels these were, so of course I was gonna be curious. I decided to watch one from this channel, and unfortunately that I can't remember. And what I saw was disgusting. It was a video of a guy watching another YouTuber's video, barely any commentary, a couple laughs here, and maybe oh shit once wrote this reaction video. And the video they reacted to was the full video, it wasn't shortened or anything. So basically what this guy did was steal another person's video that looked like it probably took the original creator at least a couple weeks to put together, mind you, and all this cocksucker did was put a camera in front of him and record himself watching someone else's video. I couldn't believe what I was watching, nor could I believe that YouTube was letting this asshole get away with it. He was clearly stealing other people's content and infringing on the copyright laws, and he had over 100 subscribers doing so, for Christ's sakes. But I figured this guy must have lucked out with YouTube deciding not to go after him for it for whatever fucking reason, and decided not to try and let it bug me. So time passes on now, and it's a couple weeks ago at the making of this video, and I'm watching Pat the NES Punk's Unnecessary podcast. Now, I don't do a lot of shoutouts for people I don't know, but his channel and his podcast are top notch, and you seriously need to watch it like right now. But anyway, one of the topics they talked about was a video made by another YouTuber called Grade A Under A. Again, another great channel that I quickly became a fan of and recommend. Yeah, more fucking shoutouts. The video that was up for discussion was called Reaction Channels, and after watching the podcast clip, I immediately watched Grade A's reaction channel video and was shocked at just how big of a problem this really was. Before I saw this, I figured it was just a couple guys doing it, but to find out that there were many channels like this, with one of them having over 1 million subscribers, that to me is very disturbing. Now, I'm not going to go into a repeat of what Grade A Under A said in his video. As far as I'm concerned, you should be watching that first before you actually watch this. In fact, here's a link to his video, Pat's podcast video, and another Grade A's video that talks about this subject. They're also in the description. You're welcome. See, I wanted to create this video because A, there was a couple things I wanted to add to give people something to think about, and B, I want to talk about this issue with the perspective of a small-time YouTuber who's still trying to find his audience, aka this guy, me. So, one of the things that was brought up in the video was a clip where the person he was focusing on was trying to justify why it's okay to take another YouTuber's video and then record themselves watching it without the original creator's permission. First reason was that some videos need to have him to the side watching it, basically saying that his presence enhances the original video tenfold. Even though in a lot of cases he barely adds any fucking commentary. All I can say is anyone who actually says or believes these words is a smug, pretentious prick. I can't put it any nicer than that. But let's humor this for a bit. Let's say I create a video that one of these guys think is good enough to be used for one of their reaction videos, and I found out that they took my content without consent. But instead of claiming the video, I make my own reaction video of their reaction video of my original video. You honestly think that's gonna go over well with them? Yeah, right. They would flag and claim that video so fucking quickly, and it'd be hysterical if they did, because that would make them the biggest hypocrites going. But hey, I was just helping your video like you were helping mine. See what I did there? After a bit of research on this topic, I stumbled upon a YouTuber named Jack Films who did this very thing, and quite honestly, sir, I applaud you, as well as anyone else who has done this. The other justification that is commonly used to defend these videos was that they felt they were promoting YouTubers featured in their reaction videos. Problem is, the example Grade A showed was that Jinx, the channel he focused on for most of his video, was referring to PewDiePie, the biggest fucking YouTuber on the website. This guy doesn't need promotion, which he even states. You guys heard that right? So you think it's pointless to subscribe to him, but it's certainly okay to use his videos for your gain, right? It's funny, I call my channel Dirtbag Gaming, but Jesus Christ, you're more fitting of the name than I jokingly took on for myself. But once more, let's humor this defense. Let's say he really was just trying to promote other channels and he is a nice guy. Okay, fine, the way you're doing it is breaking the rules, but fine. Then why promote these big YouTubers? Why not ask permission of smaller YouTubers who would love the exposure? Well, as long as it was a clip of one of their videos and not the full video like you would normally do, that would take away from their channel. Seriously, if you guys did these 3 steps, you would be viewed in a much better light. Step 1. Ask permission. I'm not gonna fuck around with this one and make it my last point like some like to build up hype, because it's that important. Unless you have permission or consent, don't fucking take another YouTuber's video and upload the entire thing on your channel. Step 2. If you get permission, don't upload the entire video. If your goal is to truly promote, then showing the entire video defeats the goddamn purpose, because why the hell are your viewers gonna check out the channel you're promoting if they could just watch it on yours? Makes no fucking sense. Well shit, that's only 2 rules. See how hard it is to be a good Samaritan and not break copyright laws while doing so? But this brings me into why I think anyone who's a true content creator should be aware of these channels. Because like I said at the beginning of my video, I'm still a small channel that is still trying to find my audience. But now I have to wonder, what if Dirtbag Gaming ever takes off? Am I going to be preyed upon by these channels? It's a real possibility if it ever takes off. And I have to take that into consideration now. But you know what's even more frightening? What if some asshole out there gets the idea that it'll be safer to poach smaller channels for content because they feel the content will have a lower chance of being flagged or claimed? Now think about that. One day you say, hey, I got a great idea for a YouTube channel. You put some time and effort in, you post some videos, and they catch a little bit of attention. But one of the people you caught the attention of is the owner of one of these channels and decides to use your video. Now, you're not only competing with other YouTubers, you're competing with yourself now because some talentless hack wants to steal your video. That you probably put a lot of hours in, mind you, and because there's a chance that he's more established than you, he will get more views by default and rob you of any chance of growing your channel in the process. That is seriously frightening and fucked up to even think about. Normally, I'm the person that says pay no attention to stupid shit. They're usually just looking for attention, and if everyone ignores them, they go away. But the difference here is that these channels can do harm to legit YouTubers. And when some of these channels have over 1 million subscribers, you can't ignore that. And as far as I'm concerned, any YouTuber or content creator with any integrity should be speaking up and letting everyone know that these kind of videos aren't right and should be frowned upon. Because these type of videos are a slap in the face for any content creator that pours their heart into their projects. Now, I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack from people who defend these channels, and they'll just brush me off as someone who's just jealous of their success, but I can tell you right now, I'd rather my channel be small with honest and hard work than have a successful channel that took no work whatsoever because I leached off other people. Honestly, the best way to describe this, and anyone who's ever worked before knows what I'm about to say, these channels are the equivalent to that one person you work with and you question how the hell does this lazy son of a bitch still have a job? Now, I want to make something clear. I'm not against the idea of reaction videos. When they're following the rules and they're done right, they can be hilarious. The 2 girls in 1 cup phenomenon was a perfect example of this. But when you're not asking permission of the original creator to repost their video, that's when I have a problem. Honestly, if you guys ask permission for this stuff, there wouldn't be an issue in the first place. But I'm gonna end this video off with this. For anyone who actually defends these channels, let me ask you a question. How would you honestly feel if you made a video for YouTube that you put a lot of effort into, was taken by one of these channels for them to react to without your permission, and they were making money off your hard work? If you say you wouldn't mind, then Jesus Christ, make a fucking video ASAP, cause I'll react the fuck out of it. Well, probably not, but I think I made my point. So before I go, I'd really like to insist that anyone who watches this, go watch Grade A Under A's Reaction Channel's video. He goes a lot deeper into this topic than I ever could. Also, check out the Unnecessary podcast clip where they also talk about this topic. Not to mention, Pat is like one of the granddaddies of YouTube, so yeah. Just check out his channel to begin with. If you guys made it this far, well, thank you for actually watching the whole thing, and you guys have a good one.